never told you what I done for you. Kept it inside so it'd be fun for you. Never told you what I done for you. Kept it inside so it'd be fun for you. Fun for you, fun for you. But you still lie, you still cry. Said I didn't do a thing or you high. You still.
You are now tuned in to CIVL 101.7 FM, broadcasting live from the University of the Fraser Valley on unceded and traditional Stolo territory to Mission, Chilliwack, and all throughout the Fraser Valley. This is the Chill Rose Play Show. This is episode 61 of the Chill Rose Play Show, and today we have a very special guest. He goes by the name of Coltan Fuller. How you doing today, Coltan?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good, man. That's good. Are you enjoying the lemon water?
I am enjoying the lemon water. I'm really glad you showed it to me.
See, you know what?
Had, like some on my second glass.
I gave him one glass of lemon water, and he's already onto the second glass.
I'm
if that doesn't mean
come to back here just for your lemon water.
And I say at the end of every show, drink more water. And if you can't drink water by itself, as we were talking earlier, put lemon in it. It tastes a lot better that way. Yeah, so we have Coltan Fuller on today's episode. And what's crazy, I think it's only fitting that you're on today's episode because the last interview I did with Emily, she was giving you high praise on your EP. Yeah, you're right. So I mean, I honestly, I think it's only fitting. Sorry?
Oh, that was before the EP release.
That was before. That's what I'm saying. She was talking about how she heard like the leak. She heard, like the first cut of it, and she was praising it like crazy. So yeah, it's only fitting that you are on today's episode. So hey, appreciate it, man. I appreciate you stopping by. The first question I have, let's just jump right into the music. What musical instruments do you play?
I mostly just play acoustic guitar for the most part, but I have a few songs in the making that are using electric, and then I can play like bass and just like more stringed instruments, and I play a bit of piano, but I wouldn't call myself a piano player. You wouldn't,
yeah, but I mean, you dabble.
Yeah, I can like dabble, and I can like play like 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah.
All right.
Word. Yo, do you mind just moving the mic closer to your mouth? People want to hear your amazingly beautiful voice. Yes, I'm just looking at the levels here, and I want to make sure that we're getting all the levels properly. But yeah, so you dabble in piano, and you mainly play acoustic guitar. Are you self-taught, or you just take like classes and stuff?
I've been taking lessons since I was like 9 or 10, but like only until like maybe a year or so ago when I was in like grade 10 guitar class, I was pretty garbage. I'm not gonna lie. Because I didn't take it seriously. I was just like, all I did was skateboard until I messed up my knee. So I was like, what else am I going to do? I'll play guitar. I have the guitar class. So then I started taking it really seriously.
Yeah.
And then, so I've been doing it for like 6-7 years.
And now you're a genius at both guitar playing and skateboarding?
Yeah, I guess.
That's okay, man. There's no shame here. You can, we're all about bragging about yourself on this show. I'm kidding. Yes, my name is Coltan Fuller, and I'm a genius. That's it.
Look at me. I'm so good.
Okay, no, but on the real, that's good. Okay, and then let's talk a bit about the EP. So the EP is a 25-minute EP, and yeah, when I debuted it on the radio, sorry, let me backtrack. So when Emily was talking about it, she was giving it such high praise that I had to. So the minute it dropped, I was like, I need to go listen to this thing. And honestly, that EP makes me just want to be around like a campfire and just listen to that EP. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things that really puts you like in a mood. So I appreciate you for making this EP. And if you don't mind just taking us through like the creative process about how you came about with this EP and like what were the ideas for individual songs.
Okay, so the second song on the EP, I don't remember the name of it. All the song titles are way too long.
It's all
but
good,
the second song on the EP was actually the first song I ever wrote. It was during May Long Weekend. I wrote 2 songs during May Long Weekend.
Yeah.
And my grandparents brought my guitar over to our big campsite, and there were a lot of young children, like a lot. So I just hid in their like RV fifth wheel kind of thing. And I was playing around in OpenD tuning, and there was this this Bob Dylan song or whatever, and I had these chords. I'm like, I'm getting sick of tired of playing this like these 3 songs in this tuning because I didn't have a tuner with me. So I was like, I'll just make something. So I use a similar chords to that one song. And, like I only knew like 6 chords in that tuning, so I just like figured out a finger picking pattern and just kept like adding, oh, this would sound nice. Yeah, let's do this. And then it worked out, and then I recorded on my phone. And then later that night, everyone sitting by the fire. I'm like, I want to write another one. So then I wrote the first one, which was like it's dark outside and I'm cold, but there's fire and I'm afraid of fire, so that's why I'm cold.
And that's the title of the song?
Yeah, so that's the title of the first song. That was the second song I ever wrote.
Word.
And it was because I gave it that song title because everyone was sitting by the campfire, but I was maybe a good 10, 15 feet away. Yeah. Because I'm afraid of fire.
Because you're afraid of fire, so you're cold. I was
sitting on the bench writing that song.
Yeah.
And because I can't sing, nor do I like my voice, and I couldn't think of any words, so I'll just express how I'm feeling through the really long, unnecessary long titles.
You know what? Okay, so here's my thing about that, because over at the Chill Rolls Place factory, when we make our songs too, like the song titles are always things that are happening in that very moment. So it's like I feel like those like sort of just make the song like a bit like that much more authentic, because it's like this song is literally titled exactly what's happening at this exact moment. So it's like that's cool. And then the song that I wanted to play today is I Use a Stove for the First Time in a Year for the Love of Fajitas. And I just love that. I love that title, dude.
Emily gave me that song title.
Yeah, Emily. Yo, shout out Emily again. You know what? We'll come back, but let's play this song right now. So this is Coltan Fuller with I Use a Stove for the First Time in a Year for the Love of Fajitas. And you're listening to CIVL 101.7 FM. Welcome back to CIVL 101.7 FM. This is the Chill Rolls Play Show. And that right there was Coltan Fuller with I Use a Stove for the First Time in a Year for the Love of Fajitas. And we were just talking about how Coltan's music just makes like the perfect interlude music. And sorry, do you mind just saying how you created or how you get that inspiration?
The main inspiration is actually a song called Interlude 2 by Alt J. Like, because the song, it's just like the song is an open D. It's and it's just like people kind of like having chatter in the background. Yeah. And like Alt J, I'd say I'm like a decent fan of them. Yeah. But that's my favorite song by them, which is just an interlude. And I was like, imagine a whole album like that. And then I wrote it. Also another inspiration of a song, because like on the full EP, I have a lot of songs where it'll just be like just talking, just like my friends just like doing whatever at the end. I got that idea from a Current Joys song.
A Current Joy?
Yeah, Current Joys.
Current Joys. Is that I don't remember the band
song title of it though. But it just kind of just talks about like it was just like an old video of like a kid talking about a roller coaster or something with like his parents. And I was like, it was just really cool. So I was like, I like that idea, so I'm gonna do it.
No, it's really cool. Like it creates like a really good like ambiance with like everything, like the music, how it's like how we were just talking about how it really fits in for like interludes, and then creating even like conversation. Like I know people who like making beats, really like music snippets of like animes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like it's cool, you know what I mean? Yeah, like
beats,
exactly. Yeah.
24/7 radio.
24/7 live stream. We out here. Everyone's on that. Everyone's on it. But yeah, so it creates like a really good like ambiance, you know. So that's really cool that you do that. Another thing I wanted to ask about the EP, if you don't mind just breaking down why you think the reasoning behind having the full 25-minute EP is a bit well. Like, okay, so I don't know if I want to say it's like better, but like, why did you choose to make it 25 minutes first and then release the individual songs afterwards?
I just feel that the way it flows kind of works a lot better because of like the interludes. Like the whole song, like the whole album is pretty much just like it's just a long interlude of it and all of that. And like I don't know how to describe it, but just kind of the way it flows, I guess. Because when I'm playing through, because there'll be like breaks of like the chatter, and then it brings in or cuts into another song. And, like, a lot of the songs on the EP, like, the full song that I post individually, it has, like, 2 different parts of it. Cause that's just, like, the way I write music, I guess. They're never, like, formally structured.
Word.
I think the most structured song was the, I'd call the song a lullaby, but then the song title would be too short. That song had the most structure of a song, but that's kind of why I think it works better as, like, just the whole album as a whole, I guess. Right,
no, definitely. And I totally feel it. And that's cool that you kind of are like throwing sort of like the rule book out the window when you're making your music. And I feel like that creates a lot more room for creativity and being able to really like put your own stamp on your music. So I really like, I commend you for doing that, because I feel like a lot of people, especially people who are like, I guess, trained, not like trained classically or like trained however, they really stick by their rule book and they're like, this is how it's supposed to be done, this is how whatever. But yeah, no, people who throw the rule book out the window, bless you, people throw the rule book out the window, I really feel like it lets them just be so much more free when they're creating their music. And that's totally how I feel when I listen to like your stuff too, like especially another question I have, just because you're wearing that shirt, do you listen to jazz music?
I do listen to jazz music.
Okay, so it's not just a front. I like that. It's not,
don't worry.
It's not.
I'm not that fake.
He's not that fake, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, yo, do you have any like favorite jazz singers or jazz musicians or jazz songs? Jazz
musicians who mostly just instrumental. I love the Jesus.
It's okay.
Thelonious Monk. I think it's how you say his name. It's like
Thelonious Monk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like Chet Baker and like
Chet Baker's nice.
Chet Baker's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Yeah. Okay.
And one that who did Lullaby Birdland, like one of the covers of it was Chris Connor, who I really enjoy. I'm pretty sure I actually found her like music off of like a lo-fi hip hop video because they sampled it.
You can find good songs on there,
man. I was like, oh, I'll check it out. And then I really found like, oh, Chris Connor is really good.
There you go. Yo, you can find good music on there, that's for sure. With that being said, we're going to jump into the very next track here. This is a new track by Power Party, and it is titled Glue, and you're listening to CIVL 101.7 FM. Welcome back to the Chill Rose Play Show. My name is DJ Darko, and we have Coltan Fuller on today's episode. Coltan came up with Chill Rose Place water. It is lemon. We're going to start bottling lemon water. It's already patented and trademarked, so don't even try to steal the idea. We actually patented and trademarked it right now, just on the show. Coltan doesn't like to get his hands dirty, but I feel like he's the kind of guy
I'll do what I have to do.
Thank you. I don't want to say it. I don't want to
steals my brand name.
I don't want to say it, but you know, things have to be said. But Chill Rose Place water is coming out very soon. Just know that. Up next, the question I wanted to ask you is Clairo. Let's talk about your Clairo obsession. You went to her show.
I did go.
Where was it? Was that out here?
In Vancouver? In Seattle.
In Seattle. Tell me about that experience.
It was really good, but it was super sweaty.
It was super muggy and hot.
It was at the Crocodile, and they had one fan in the back, and there was no seating, so it was just like 100 people all just in like this gross, sweaty, like mop pit.
Dude,
not
but
a mosh pit. It's just like
a mop,
sweaty
mop pit. And but hey, man, you went to a place called the Crocodile. That's good. That's good. You went to a place called the Crocodile, man. It's gonna be swampy and muggy and gross.
That is true. Yeah, maybe
See?
they planned that.
They planned it on purpose. They're like, these kids are coming to the Crocodile. Let's make it sweaty. Let's make it swampy.
Yeah, it was such a good concert though, and they had the opener guy, Garen Shawns, and nobody knew who he was. Everyone's like, "Who is this?" But they started playing, and everyone loved him.
Everyone loved him.
So he was
Dope.
really good. And then Clairo came on, and then it was really great seeing everyone like moshing to a Pretty Girl.
Okay, I was just gonna ask about Pretty Girl. Do you feel like a pretty girl when that song comes on?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Parts of me just want to recreate that music video. I mean,
that webcam music video is legendary. That's what I'm saying. Like, it might not be like as cute, but like, you know,
I can try.
You can definitely try. I mean, you're Coltan Fuller. You can do anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know what? That video too. I remember the first time I showed Kelsey that song. Like, how many times did I play that song? Like 10, the whole night. I played that song the whole night. So
it's a good song.
It's a good song, man, and it really makes you feel like a pretty girl, dude.
Yeah, and also at the sorry to cut you off right there.
No, go ahead.
At the concert, so they had like water in the back, but everyone like who was up front was just too scared because they might lose their spot. But then halfway through the show, a guy came in with like water bottles, like ice cold water bottle. I've never seen a crowd of people so excited to see water.
You gotta drink more, man. You gotta drink more, and see, that's the thing too. It's good that because you guys are at the swamp, so I mean, it was nice that you're able to get that water.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Shout out that dude who brought the water at the Clairo show. Big ups to you.
I'll give you credit in a song or something.
Hey,
I'll give a song title for him.
You know what? I'll give him a shout out here. You put him in a song. I think we did our due diligence right there. With that being said, we have about we're about halfway through the show. I really want to play this EP in its entirety, but I feel like I really want. You know what? I'll play some of it. I won't play it now. I think I'll close off the show with it, and because I really want people to go and enjoy this EP, you know, in the comfort of their own home. I mean, you can listen to it in the car too. If you're listening to me in the car right now, I feel like the EP is also good driving music, but I feel like people want more like music when they're listening when they're driving in their car, and like this is not really that.
It really isn't.
It really isn't. So yeah. So
also, you can really like my gentle acoustic guitar playing.
I mean, you could, man. Like,
you could. It'd be difficult.
There's people who turn up to anything. So
it's like the equivalent of trying to cry to "Achy Breaky Heart" by
Billy Ray Cyrus. You know what? You can't cry to that song.
I've tried, believe me.
This one time I tried.
Shed a tear.
No, yeah, I mean that's a hard song. That's a hard song to cry about, and it's a song about heartbreak. It's literally called "Achy Breaky Heart." You're not, man. You're not doing it for me, Billy Ray. I'm sorry, man. You're not. With that being said, we're gonna jump into the very next track. It is another track by Marquise. What is this one titled? This one is titled Contigo. Isn't Contigo like the canister stuff? I swear it's like the water bottles. Contigo water bottles. Like thermoses, right?
Oh, okay.
Like the Contigo thermoses.
No idea.
You know what? If anyone knows about the Contigo thermoses, message me or DM me or phone in. Phone lines are open. Yeah, hit me up. Contigo is like the thermos things. Those are the thermos. So Marquise, either the song is about thermoses or just like Coltan here, you were using a Contigo thermos when you made this song. One of the two. This right here is Contigo, and you're listening to CFVL 101.7 FM.
It's like, how do you tell somebody how it feels to be in love? How are you going to tell anybody who has not been in love how it feels to be in love? You cannot do it to save your life. You can describe things, but you can't tell them. But you know it when it happens.
Making friends.
Did you make new friends after making this EP?
I guess so.
Yeah?
The only reason I named it that was because my friend Charlie, this was months before I even thought about even making music. I skipped into her art class and she was making like a collage.
You skipped skipping the action, or did you skip class to go into her art class?
I had like a spare block
pretty
much, so I went into her art block. And she was working on this collage and I was like, that looks like an album cover. And she was like, you play guitar, you should make an album. Like, haha, yeah, I'll take a picture of it.
Is that what it is?
And yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Wow. You know what? In the video, I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put up the album art cover because people need to see that.
Yeah, and then it already
cool.
had it already said making friends on there, so it's like, well, I mean, I gotta. So
I think at this
that was
point,
how the name Making Friends, the full EP came out.
You know
and then I
what?
just added in the song title names like in like Photoshop,
Afterwards.
like
Yeah.
like minutes before I posted on SoundCloud.
It was a rush job the last few minutes, but the music is not a rush job. If that's what you're thinking, it's not. It's very well crafted. With that being said, I'm going to jump into I think one more track before I want to end off the show with I think maybe like the first 15 minutes of the EP, just to give people sort of like a little taste, a little teaser.
Sounds good.
To what Coltan Fuller has to say to you, the people. Welcome back to the Chill Rose Play show. We got about 20 minutes left in the show, and the last question that I have for you, Coltan, is what does it mean to you to support local? Whether that be, I guess strictly we're speaking music here, so like what are your thoughts on supporting local music and like local acts?
For supporting local stuff, it's just like it's hard to get your stuff out there. So just like helping out and letting people express their voice and what they want to do with life. Because I mean, like everyone has that dream of like being a musician, so why not help out people like locally in your area?
True.
And there's a lot of like hidden talent that nobody's gonna know about, and it's gonna be nice to just give them that extra little kick and get them going.
You know what?
Like,
I like that
just
answer.
like the small thing, even just like giving them that like one like on SoundCloud.
Yo, man.
Like make someone's like whole day.
That's true, and that's definitely true, especially for like an artist that is. Oh, I mean, for any artist in any art form, like once you expose yourself with like a piece of your art, like like criticism can, like I feel can hurt a lot more because you're literally like, like showing your wounds or showing your whatever to like the public, and it's like so when people have a positive response to it, I feel like that really helps like the local artists and what they're doing. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And just like, especially like locally, like I've been able to like do collaboration with people like locally, which will be coming out hopefully soon.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And just like if I didn't go out and try to help out people like locally and have people help me out locally, like if I never had like all the people like hyping me out while I was writing the EP,
yeah,
it probably wouldn't have been how it is now.
You know what?
Like
that's so
Emily,
true.
like always going like, yo, how's like the EP going? And then like me, like us sitting in like my gaming room, like just like here's like the first like 10 minutes, because the EP was originally only going to be like 15 minutes. I was like, that's too short. So then I just like for the next like few weeks, I just like almost wrote a song or two like almost like every day.
Word.
Because like I only started writing music like during May Long weekend.
Yeah.
And there's maybe about like 13 songs because they're all only like a minute, and like I think the longest song is maybe like 2.5, 3 minutes.
Word.
Maybe. I think it was like my angry song because I was just really angry that day.
That's fair. It's understandable. You're a human, man.
Yeah.
Word. You know what? If you haven't heard it, you're going to hear a snippet of it right now. Thank you, Coltan, for stopping by the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on. And yeah, this right here is Making Friends, the full EP by Coltan Fuller. You'll hear a snippet of it right now, and the rest of it is available on SoundCloud. And we also just recently put it up on YouTube, Chill Rose Place. Search up Chill Rose Place on YouTube. The full EP is also available for listening on there. And yeah, I'm probably just gonna end off the show with this EP. So don't forget to drink more water. Probably the most important thing I've said all day and all show. Coltan is a newfound advocate for lemon water. We got the new Chill Rose Place water coming out. Chill Rose water, definitely Chill Rose water. Yeah, it's a lemon. Nah, man, it's yours. Finish the bottle, bro. Finish the bottle.
So much.
Don't ingest the seeds, maybe, but like you can finish the bottle.
It's that little crunch you need.
The little crunch I need. Oh man, that crunch I need for my water. That's all. That's what. You know what?
You don't like crunchy water?
Crunchy water.
It's like ice, except it's not ice. It's just lemon seeds. I thought I was gonna have a better build up, but
hey man, you know what? Someone out there is looking for crunchy. You know what? For the Chill Rose water, we'll have smooth and crunchy, just like peanut butter.
yeah, Yeah.
Wow. Yo, this is already trademarked and patent. Don't even try to take
And
it.
if you try to steal it, I will find you.
Again,
I
Colton.
will have your
Again, Colton doesn't like to get his hands
location
dirty.
tracked down. I know all your information.
He knows it all. And with that, let's end off that on a hard note. And let's end off on a softer note. Stay tuned. Yeah, exactly. And stay tuned for whatever else Sam has to offer you. Yeah, don't forget to drink more water. Say it twice because you know I meant it. And this is Making Friends, Colton Fuller. Peace.